welcome back to Clash of Cultures. As we continue along with the 2023 college football preview series, we take a look at Jimbo Fisher and the Texas A&M Aggies and see why we think he's on the hot seat this year, what our expectations are, predictions, projections for this team, if he's going to be the coach heading into the next season in the 12-team playoff format. With all that being said, before we get into football, as always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. We post every single day, live shows twice a week. Our next live show is going to be on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, after the first slate of college football games, the week 0 games. So make sure you guys come check us out. We did go live this past Sunday, gave our predictions for the games, as well as had some other college football dialogue that you guys may have missed. So make sure you guys check that out on the live tab. With all that being said, Dad, how do you feel about Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher as the head coach?
I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to kind of kick a question back to you.
Mm-hmm.
What mark do you believe Jimbo Fisher has to meet to not be on the hot seat?
Well, he's on the hot seat. So if you're saying to save his
survive the season, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to put it this way. I don't think that they're going to fire him in the middle of the season, no matter how bad they do. Unless they're like 0-7 or something crazy, which is not going to happen. So I think I'm pretty sure on record saying this too. I think they have to go at least 9-3 for him to keep his job.
Okay,
at minimum, I think he has to go 9-3.
Yeah, I think they need a 10-win season, and I think they need to be in the thick of things in the SEC West. Again, what Jimbo Fisher has proven is that he's a heck of a recruiter. And again, we've talked about how well Texas A&M has recruited. Jimbo Fisher has a national championship at Florida State. For whatever reason, it just seems to not be working at Texas A&M. And maybe it's just because the SEC is different. I don't know, but he has not seemed to be able to put it together.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up their schedule just so we can talk a little bit more about it. Just that way we can kind of look at who they play. So obviously, if we're looking at their schedule, the reason why I say 9-3 is because I'm gonna say that if they lose to Alabama, Tennessee, and LSU, it's okay. Because those are three teams who not only realistically had a chance to make the playoffs last year, but they're playoff contenders this year.
So, and as we talk, all right. So I think they should beat New Mexico. The Hurricanes game, I think that's going to be a telltale on both teams' season. They should beat ULM. They should beat Auburn. I think Auburn's a little down. I think Arkansas could get them. I think Alabama can get them. I think Texas A&M can get them. I think South Carolina can get them, but I can see that being a push, that game going either way. I think Ole Miss can get them. I think Mississippi State can get them. I think they should beat Abilene Christian, and I think LSU can get them. Now, my thing is, if they do not, out of all those games I named, so let me go back, and I'm going to name games that I think they could lose. Miami, Arkansas, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and LSU. So 8 games that they could possibly lose. I think they have to win 6 of those. Because, again, I think they need a double-digit win season. So I guess maybe they slide in there with a bowl game win, but I think Jimbo needs 10 wins. I don't think there's any way that they win 6 of those games. I don't think they have the talent to win 6 of them. So when I say I think Texas A&M is going to have a down season, part of that is me looking at their schedule. Now, could I see them at 8-4? Yes. Is 8-4 good enough to save Jimbo Fisher's job to get him off the hot seat for one season? I don't think so. I think Texas A&M, as much money and resources they poured into building this football team to include recruiting, and they were talking about record NIL money, and the boosters have not seen the fruits of their labor. At some point, those boosters are going to start to get upset. They're going to start to say, hey, we're not getting what it is we're paying for. And I don't think 8-4 is something that gets the boosters happy. So I think Jimbo needs a 10-win season, and I don't see 10 wins when I look at the schedule.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win 10 games either. I wouldn't be extremely surprised, but that would basically mean they beat everybody they're supposed to beat, and then they beat out of Alabama, Tennessee, and LSU. They beat one of them. That's the easy way to say 10-2. Obviously, it could be different. They could beat Alabama, Tennessee, and drop to Arkansas and LSU. But I think of the 12 games, the 3 that I have circled for them are Alabama, Tennessee, and LSU. And only one of those games are home games. So that's already, you're putting yourself in a hole there. You play Alabama at home, which in my opinion is the hardest of the 3 teams. So I don't think it's going to really. I mean, I think it'll help having home field advantage, but it's still Alabama at the end of the day. You have to go to Neyland and you have to go to Death Valley to play LSU. Both are going to be rocking.
And remember, as we say this is a team that is returning a quarterback that threw under 1,000 yards. Now, obviously, Heinz King transferred out. So Connor Wigman is going to be the starting quarterback, we believe, there. I think he'll get the job over Max Johnson. They are also not returning their leading running back he went to the NFL. I don't know how you say his last name.
He's on. I think he's on the Dolphins. I'm pretty sure.
But so a big part of their offense last year, a guy who went for over 1,000 yards. I'm not going to butcher his name. They are returning Evan Stewart, but that's really the only key contributor on offense. And I won't talk about line and things like that. But the biggest skill position contributor that's returning again, and this is me assuming, or really kind of saying that Connor Wigman kind of split time with King last year. So beyond all of the turnover, this was not a great team last year. Now, again, they did add some pieces, Tony Grimes and things like that on defense. And the thought is that the defense is going to look pretty good this year. But I don't think they have enough offensive firepower to beat some of these teams we just talked about.
Yeah, so obviously you said they have to win 10 games. I think they have to win 9. So I think obviously Jimbo has his work cut out for him this year. I think it's going to be very tough. And I think more likely than not, we're going to see a new head coach heading into next season for the Aggies. I'd like to see Jimbo succeed there. Like I said, I'm an ACC guy. He beat up on Clemson for a few years back when I was in high school and right before Clemson kind of skyrocketed onto the scene nationally. So I would like to see him succeed there. Obviously, he's a really good recruiter. We had that conversation between him being a really good recruiter and him being a really good coach. And this is really going to be the telltale of it all to see if he can right the ship, turn things around for Texas A&M. I think it's possible. I think they have the talent there. They've obviously had the recruiting classes. A lot of those guys transferred out, but they've been bringing people in as well. There's still a power in the SEC. They're still one of the most marquee programs. So we just have to see it on paper, on the field, kind of all translate. I don't think it's impossible, but it's going to be very hard. Texas A&M fans, let us know what you think below in the comment section, what you think his mark would be to keep his job, or do you guys prefer him being gone already? But before we get out of here, Dad, I know you have trivia. What is the trivia question for today?
Yeah, so we're just going to do NFL players and their college. So I'll start with tight end Mark Andrews.
Oklahoma.
Oh, I'm actually surprised. So it's funny, as I looked that up, I was like, oh, I did not know that he went to Oklahoma. How'd you know that?
I just knew that.
I mean, you remember him there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that at all. The rush in for the Dolphins, Bradley Chubb.
NC State.
Boy, look at you.
He was the towel snatcher in college.
He was.
He used to take people's towels. He took Deshaun Watson's towel in college.
I mean, you remember this?
Yeah, I remember. He was a towel snatcher. He used to do that all the time.
All right, let's go.
I don't know if he still does it, but I know he did it in college.
Let's go Isaiah Pacheco.
Ooh, the running back for the Chiefs.
Yes.
Is it a Pac-12 school?
It is not.
Mountain West.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
And I'll be honest, I do not remember him at this school.
Is it a big school?
It is a Power 5 school.
It's got to be Big Ten.
It is Big Ten.
Is it Minnesota?
No.
Can't be Nebraska. Can't be Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. Can't be Iowa. Is it Rutgers?
It's Rutgers.
Okay.
That's pretty good that you got that. I do not remember him there at all. And then okay, last one. Let's go. Let me see. I want to go somewhere a little bit different. Let's go. Ronald Darby.
Come on, bro. That was an easy one. He went to Florida State.
Okay, all right.
Give me one more. Give me one more before we leave. That one was too easy, bro.
Most people don't know Ronald Darby.
No, that one was easy. I'm not gonna lie. That one was real easy.
I didn't think you would get the Mark Andrews. Okay, let me find one more. One more to get us out on.
Hey, while he's looking, guys, The pickem description is below, or the pickem link is in the description below. Make sure you guys join that. We're gonna be giving away a jersey when this video comes out. I believe on the 24th or the 23rd. We're gonna be a couple of days away from the season starting, so make sure you guys join before it locks. I think there's like 21 people in there, so make sure you guys join that. But did you find one?
Okay, I don't know if we've done this one. I don't think so though. Right, we'll Zay Jones, the wide receiver for the Jaguars.
I'm almost positive he went to ECU.
Boy, you own one today, boy.
Hey, 5 for 5, boy.
East Carolina. That's pretty good.
But that's gonna do it for today's episode, y'all. We will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.